livest interactive sports talk show in Ohio. This is Down to the Wire 513.
Oh, Vladimir Brand.
Yo, Down to the Wire 513. Back in the building. What's going on?
Good man. What's good? See how you feeling, brother?
Hey, I'm feeling good in a new spot. You know, we move new studios. This is a big surprise. We've been teasing everybody. All those just me by myself. Oh yeah, hey, it's nice. Can't wait to have y'all in studio here.
Yeah, brother. Can't wait to join you in there, brother. It's looking good. It's looking
once
really good.
Once I learn all the controls of this shit, y'all gonna be in here for sure.
Hey man, we can't wait, brother. We can't wait. It's looking real clean, looking real slick. I see you got the big screen behind you, man. It's looking real legit, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. We definitely upgraded on their ass for sure.
Yes, sir. First off,
we'll start off by wishing everybody happy holidays.
Yes, man. Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah. You know, whatever else y'all, celebrate out there. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Be safe out there, man. If y'all going out, it's always these. I don't know. These holiday parties they be throwing out. I don't be going out, so I don't know what these parties be like. I be chilling. I be in the house. But if y'all going out, man, I'll make sure y'all be safe.
Be safe for sure.
Wear your mask, man. Mask up.
Because as you know, COVID thing popped right back up. We got a new variant going on.
Yeah. What's it called? It's
the Omarion.
The Omarion variant in the building. It's dancing through. No,
I think the Omicron. I think that's the right name.
It is Omicron. Omicron variant is they said it's more contagious than the Delta variant. So, or the other variants that was out there. So, can't stress it enough, man. Mask up. Social distance. If you are going to be out there, be safe.
Be safe for sure. We're definitely going to touch about that and how it's impacting sports and lifestyle in general. We definitely going to touch about that a little bit later. But we're going to start with the biggest headline of the week. Actually, it's two of them, but we're going to start with the one in National Football League. Urban Meyer didn't even make it a full season.
Out of there.
He out of there, man. And pretty much it's on itself. The reason he's out of there. His behavior down in since he arrived in Jacksonville has been noted, from questionable decisions like hiring his ex guy, like such as Tim Tebow.
Yeah. That coach he brought in that got fired for making racist comments to players. Why would you even bring him in there? And I said that on the show. I don't know if you remember. I think we always say that on the show. Like, why would you even bring this guy here? And I think that was the second strike I saw. And I was like, all right, he's definitely. I was at that point. I was no longer a fan of Urban Meyer.
That was before the season.
Yeah, before the season even started, I was like, he has to go. He has to go. I said it back then. He has to go. And then that was even before the whole Tim Tebow shit went down too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And then that's the behavior once the season did start. I mean, from what we heard, like going around, you kicking your kicker.
Yeah, kicking the kicker, calling him out of his name. I don't know what he called him. Call him out of his name.
Telling everybody that like y'all losers, I'm a winner. Like I'm the only one who wants. Like, bro. Like,
yeah, that's crazy, man. And then on top of that, just the way he was, like, I mean, his sideline demeanor to me wasn't great. Just watching. I didn't watch too many of the games, but watching some of the games, the sideline demeanor just seemed like he just didn't want to be there. He didn't seem like he was very happy there. And of course, they sucked. But still, for instance, Dan Campbell, you can tell he's very passionate about being in Detroit, and they was losing games. He's still very passionate about being there on the sideline. I didn't really see him look very passionate on the sidelines, and then also just the behavior, like the whole thing of him going to Columbus after the game here, or after after the game they played here, they lost.
Thursday night football
here with Joe Burrow drove down the field, game winning drive down the field. Talking shit on the sidelines to y'all. Do you want to go in Columbus and be, getting lap danced on by a girl, by some chick? You know what I'm saying? And then get caught up with that.
But there was nothing wrong with a lap dance, but it's just the timing. Like you gonna do it right after a loss while your team went back home. Yeah.
Yeah, you travel like a team travel without you. You ain't travel with a team. You went out there to handle business. Yeah, we see kind of busy handling, brother.
But yeah, man, it's just been all bad things since Urban Meyer took over, and
Yeah,
it's actually come out that Jacksonville they're not going to honor the contract. They're not going to pay him the rest of the contract.
yeah. They said they fired him with cause. He's definitely trying to lawyer up, and I think I don't know, maybe because that whole player saying he kicked him came out of nowhere. So maybe they kind of got him to come out and say that. Not saying it didn't happen, but maybe they got him to like, hey man, you need to make that public so we can go ahead and get this guy out of here. I don't know, but
Yeah, it's just been just a number of things, man. Like you said, all that stuff, and yeah, you could tell like as the season went on, once the losses started piling up, he didn't really want to be there no more because obviously he's never lost like this before in his career,
yeah,
and it's something new, man. And the NFL is as you know, is totally different from coaching college football. These are
yeah,
grown ass men you're dealing with instead of kids.
facts.
And, I think it humbled him. I think it humbled him and realized, like, I mean,
Sure,
he can't do it at every level.
that's
College
for sure.
is his peak.
That's for sure, man. I think one thing that kind of made it like for sure that he was going to be out of there was when Trevor Lawrence said what he said, about it being more drama in the NFL than it is in college, and
Yep.
everything he was saying. I think that was the franchise, that was ownership. Like, all right, we need to get this guy out of here because we're gonna lose Trevor. Like Trevor is like, as much as they probably like to Meyer, you can tell he wasn't it, and even we're not scouts or anything, but from watching some games, I could tell Trevor Lawrence he thought he's gonna be a good player. He thought he's gonna be a solid quarterback. He may not be, the best in the league, but he's gonna be a solid quarterback. When you got some solid quarterback to lean on, you gotta go with that, especially over Asian coach who ain't shown no promise.
And it's just been, and like I said, the decisions made by the organizations, like James Robinson's been a breakout back this season, and he's barely getting the ball, and everybody's questioning it. Even like you said, even Trevor Lawrence came out like, why isn't he getting the ball? Like, well, he's clearly the best offensive weapon we have until Trevor Lawrence feels comfortable. It's just a whole pile of things, man. I got mad respect for Urban Meyer, man, but and I hate to see him go out like this, but honestly, you did it on yourself.
Hate to see it, man. But yeah, then that was also my main thing too. Watching the games, it wasn't, like I said, his demeanor on the sideline was one thing, but the play calling was just terrible. Terrible play calling. He was calling offensive plays. Terrible play calling. I think he was that game I watched. They say he was calling plays. It was terrible play calling. So you can tell he just came into the NFL thinking it was the same as college. It's, like you said, totally different game. You don't have that power like you did in college. So these players have, I won't say most of the players, but some of the players are going to have way more power than you have. Even as rookies, they have more power than you have. Unfortunately, I don't think he was ready for that reality.
Yeah, and my last point on it. In college, as a college coach, I would say college coaches usually get a 3 to 4 year window to get in there, build the program, recruit the guys they want to recruit. In the NFL, you don't get that. In the NFL, you sign guys to long term deals, and those are your guys. And you had to come in and expect to win off rip, because if not, fans are not coming to the games, and you're losing money, you're losing revenue.
Yeah.
You're losing these owners' money, basically.
Yeah.
So sad to see, but I think this is going to work out best for Trevor Lawrence and his future as an NFL quarterback.
I agree. I think this is what he needed. I don't think Urban Meyer was going to be a good NFL coach. I don't think he showed any promise towards that. In the short time he was there, I didn't see any promise at all. I didn't see one positive sign by him being an NFL coach while he was there, unfortunately.
And this is the second college coach who has tested the waters in the NFL and has lacked success at the next level. I mean, remember Nick Saban back in the day? He was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Although he lasted a little bit longer than Urban Meyer, but he didn't have
right
much.
back down there at college.
He didn't have much success there, so he went right back to college. So,
I don't think Irving's going back to college, but
yeah, no, I think he's. I don't get why he left Fox. Like, I enjoy watching him on TV. I don't get why he decided to come back to try that. But
I think my money was with it. That's why he decided. I think that was the easy decision when he saw all them zeros. He said, I think I'll go ahead and try that. But like I said, I don't think he really enjoyed it. I think he was in it for the money and the power, and I think it showed.
mm-hmm.
I think it showed immediately, and I think that's why he's out of there.
Which way should the Jaguars go next? Do you think they should go offensive minded coach or defensive minded coach?
That's a good question. I would probably go. Man, that's tough. I'll probably go defensive minded, but then he got to bring in a like an offensive coordinator groove in there to kind of run an offense. So I already know that the exciting thing to do is to go get a young, offensive coordinator who has these nice flashy, sets and plays and all this kind of shit. But I don't know if they really need that, man. I know it's a popular pick, but has it won yet? I haven't really seen it win yet. Going out and getting that young. Has it won yet? I don't think it's won yet in the NFL.
No, Sean McVay. He got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he got the Super Bowl, but
it
looks good.
But he's an anomaly though, because you got McVay, and you got guys from the street, Zach Taylor, who's just now starting.
Taylor, who came in, supposed to be that guy, and we all know how we feel about him.
Kyle Shanahan. He got to a Super Bowl, didn't win it. He got there. He got the one with the 49ers when they played.
Yeah, they are getting there, but I think still those teams that get there have a very, very good defense as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably go. I'll probably go defensive minded coach, and then try to get that young offensive minded, of course, offensive coordinator.
I think I'm with you, because the two coaches that have gotten Super Bowl who are young, like you said, what do they have? McVay had a great defense and a superior running back with Todd Gurley,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kyle Shanahan, he had a great defense, and they had two or three running backs that took off on that playoff run.
Yeah.
And right now, as we just said, James Robinson, I think, is Jacksonville's best weapon down there. So why not continue to run the ball with him, build that defense, and let Trevor Lawrence gain the confidence slowly.
Yep, because you have time with Trevor. He's not in his prime right now, obviously, so you don't want to really put that pressure on him to where you make him like, all right, he's going to be winning us all these games. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to let him, like you said, build that confidence up and have him still be playing well and winning games, but I don't have to dominate. And he might be able to go out there and throw a pick or two, and they still dominate and win the game easily. But if they get an offensive minded coach, he might go out there, throw 2 picks and the game be over.
But to counter that, I would say that could maybe stun him, because obviously I think Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback. Will eventually be a better quarterback than Jimmy G and Jared Goff, who are on those Super Bowl teams. So ultimately, and he's obviously number 1 pick, so you want to see him at his best. And we've seen flashes. I remember that game against the Bengals here on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah,
they were going back and forth.
Yep, he was driving down the field easily.
It was that one drive where they failed to get a touchdown, 4th and goal. They tried quarterback sneak and they didn't get it.
Yep.
And so I'm with you. I'm sticking with the defensive minded coach, but I can see why they could go offensive minded, because I think Trevor Lawrence is that special of a talent. But if you go offensive minded, you gotta get guys, you gotta get weapons running at wide receiver.
Yeah, like ASAP. ASAP, man. Like if you go offensive minded, you gotta stack the deck on offense for sure. And I mean, like you said, if they go that way, I won't be surprised. I don't think it would be, depending on who it would be, I don't think it would be a bad way to go either. Just depending on who they pick, some guys out there, you just, kind of the same way in basketball. They have these hot guys, these hot these hot coaches that come out from under somebody, and they just come out and be tried, like Luke Walton. Very, very hot hot guy coming out. Everybody want to Luke Walton. Everybody want to Luke. He's one of the hottest coaching prospects out there. Got the job.
Not realizing we could have won with that Golden State team.
Yep. So I mean, you go out there and you get the hottest prospect on the block, and it might not be the best prospect on the block.
We shall see, man. I hope the best for Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville Jaguars. That franchise has been suffering for a long time. I'd like to see them have some sort of success.
Man, you definitely want to see, especially with him, man. He's a good kid. You can tell he's a good kid, and you just want to see him do well, man.
Facts, for sure. Second headline we're gonna touch here. Kyrie Irving is back in the NBA.
He's back. But he's also in COVID protocol. As soon as he got back, they said, "No, sir." Don't know how, but he's in COVID protocol already. Well, I know how, but he's in COVID protocol already.
Why do you think Brooklyn went back on their word so fast? I mean, it ain't even Christmas yet, and they
they ain't even 30 games deeper, is they yet? I think they're about 30 games deep.
About 30, yeah.
I think it's because all this COVID stuff going on, man. The rosters are being, the league is just being bombarded with COVID cases right now and positive tests. So I think they're like, might as well go ahead and get him now. We already got most players are already missing chunks of games anyway. Might as well go ahead and get this guy. And if you look at it, the schedule was only 24 games. He's going to be eligible to play. Now it might be less than that because the whole COVID thing he's on right now. So I think they went back on the word because COVID, and also KD is playing crazy minutes right now, and they know they have a very small window. James Harden ain't re-signed a deal right now. Kyrie is also going to be free agent next season too. So they kind of know, like, if they don't win this season, they're probably going to end up losing one of these big three. Like, I think James Harden probably going to leave, I think. So they know this probably, if they win this year, they could probably keep them all. I think that they probably all, probably want to run it back. But if they lose, I think one of the big three would definitely leave. One of those two, Kyrie or James, could definitely leave. So I think that's kind of a three reason why.
I think that the COVID was sort of an escape, like kind of an excuse to bring him back.
Good way to put it.
Because I think if this outbreak didn't happen, I think we probably wouldn't have seen him play this year. So I think this gives Brooklyn a way to unfortunately cover they ass for going back on their word. So it doesn't make them look as bad. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the biggest winner of this, I guess, is still Kyrie. I mean, I get the hoop for some amount of the season.
Yeah, what he wanted, basically.
He'll get paid, facts, and he's still not vaccinated. I mean, they say, I know he's talking about he's looking at what's like a vegan vaccination.
Vegan form of the vaccine or something like that. I don't know. But hey, man, more power to you. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you get vaccinated still, bro. Hey, I'm with you 100%. If you don't want to do that, don't do that.
And let me just reiterate, because I went back and listened to just before the show. Went back and listened to the show when they first announced that he wasn't going to play, and we were talking about it. And like I say, back then we had those guys like Stephen A. Smith calling him stupid, ignorant. I mean, he's still saying like it's a disgrace and everything. At the end of the day, NBA still doesn't have 100% COVID rate. I think it's high, like it's about 97%,
96% vaccinated rate.
Yeah, but as I stated when it first happened, if Kyrie Irving was not playing in Brooklyn, if he was playing anywhere else in Indiana, Cleveland, and just anywhere else, Boston, this would not be a big deal about him not being vaccinated, because he will be out there playing with his guys.
Yeah. Anywhere besides California.
California, yeah.
LA. Well, I say whole California. I don't know if it's called California, but I know LA and San Francisco for sure, and New York. If he was playing in, let's say any other states in California, New York, he'd probably be able to play. Well, he'd definitely be able to play. He probably would still be playing right now.
Yeah,
all games that he's able to play.
So I mean, and also like you just said, that window of opportunity is small. I said last year on the show that the Nets maybe have a 2 to 3 year window to possibly win a championship, and
Right.
they just pointed out if they don't win this year, Harden's free agent. He can bounce. Kyrie's a free agent. He can bounce. And all you got is KD.
Yep. And I don't think he'd be talking about that. But I mean, hey, it is gonna be what it is. You know, if that happens, I think it's just a real messed up situation because you never know what Kyrie is. He's so unpredictable. You never know what he's gonna do. Like he may have some kind of funny feeling about the way the whole shit went down already. So he might already be like, I ain't signing with y'all. I'm already on the way out. I already have my next spot already picked out. You know, I ain't gonna say shit to nobody yet, but I already got this next spot picked out. And James might already be thinking like, yeah, I only came here because I got traded here. You know, if we ain't gonna win, I'm ready. I'm out of here too. So it might really be this year or bust for them with these three.
So I didn't mention this in the pre-show rundown, but I just wanted it just popped in my mind. So if they don't win a championship this year and Kyrie and James Harden bounce, how would this impact KD's legacy? Because obviously we all know he got the 2 rings by teaming up with Steph and Clay. Now don't get me, I'm not one of those who hold on. After the game. Okay, I had
to fire a bunch of stuff individually. We just totally didn't even pay attention.
All right.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
All right.
As you see, you're still doing a podcast, still at work.
Hey.
Hey,
You good?
just messing up. They think I'm the man. They think I'm the man.
Hey, man, T was telling me everything going on over there. He said shit wild over there at the studio, y'all. He said everything. Oh, that's funny, man.
But basically, back to the point. It's like KD went to go join the Warriors with Super Team. He did contribute because he did win the Finals MVP. He did hit some crucial shots against the Cavs in the NBA Finals, and he did his part.
Definitely.
But the narrative has always been KD has never been able to win on his own or win as the man of the team. And you went to go join Brooklyn as the man because Kyrie wanted you.
Facts.
And you didn't win. So how does this impact KD's legacy if he doesn't win?
If he don't like this year,
I mean,
all in Brooklyn.
I mean, if Harden and Kyrie leaves.
Well, if they leave, I mean, man,
there's ring chances will be over.
Get really affected too much, honestly, because, of course, people are gonna say he couldn't win it by himself or he couldn't win it as the man, but technically, he was the best player on that team and Golden State. That's 100. Let's keep it on it. You know, he was the best player on the team. So he technically was the man. Even though it was his team, he technically was the man. Even though I always said those rings to me, those rings way less than most other rings. Those rings are cheap rings to me. But hey, they still rings. But I mean, I don't think it really affects it too much. Like I was saying, because it last year they didn't win because they got hurt, and this year it's going to be because of COVID. If they don't win, it's going to be because unless all of them play. But I mean, unless New York changes the rules, Kyrie can't play in Brooklyn at all the rest of the season. So even in the playoffs, he can't play, which is why only reason I wouldn't agree with Brooklyn bringing him back because he can't play in all playoff games. It makes no sense really. But that, that's going to be a big asterisk by it. Like Kyrie's not available for home playoff games. So if they don't win, that's going to be looked at as like both years there wasn't enough full shrimp. So it's not going to really be that much of a ding on his legacy.
But to counter that, now last year they was hooping.
It was.
And they were
Kyrie got hurt though.
He did. But they were still favorites to at least make it to the NBA Finals. Now to win it, we don't know because we didn't know who was going to be in the NBA Finals at the time. But they were still favorites to make it. when Harden came back, although he wasn't 100%. But we seen they took Milwaukee to a game 7.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought they would still make it because I just thought, like, even James Harden at 70% is still like, man, he's still pretty good. Like, that's still that nigga. So I was like, man, they still got a chance.
And you don't think that even if Kyrie doesn't play in all the home games, a healthy James Harden this year and a healthy KD, they can't win one.
They can. Man, it will be a slight ding, but it won't be that much of a dig on his legacy. I don't think. That's me personally. I don't think because I don't really. I think KD is a great player, but I don't think no one's looking at him. I think this is why he is what he is. No one looks at him as like the leader of any generation. He's always been LeBron, and even when he was on Steph's team, he's still more popular than Steph Curry. So even though he's better than Steph Curry, Steph is still looked at as the leader of the generation before KD is. Let's keep it 100.
Right.
The two guys in the generation are Steph and LeBron. Right. And that pisses him off. I think that's why he left Golden State for real. He's like, man, I came here and I'm MVP over this nigga. And he still looked at it as a better player than me, as a better all time than me, which I think, I don't know about better all time, but I mean, I'll probably put Steph better all time than KD. I don't know. That's tough. That's another topic for another discussion for another day. But
this best sound crazy because I can't think of another way to say it. But just because you're a face of the generation doesn't mean you're necessarily the best in the league at that time. Because
I get what you're saying. Because you're right. KD. I mean, it's gonna be tough to say anybody better than KD in this generation. It's tough. Even LeBron, if you want to keep it 100, like on the court, like you want to like how about career wise? Of course, LeBron is goated career wise. He's up there with Jordan, career wise. But Kareem,
since LeBron joined the Lakers. I mean, and KD was hurt for one of those. Was hurt for one of them years, but still, I mean, and hell, you can even say LeBron the 2 years KD was in Golden State, or 3 years he was in Golden State. A lot of people still had Bron had KD ahead of Bron.
Like as far as best player, yeah, you're right.
As far as best player in the league, maybe that's not the face, but just best player in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Now, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I don't know what
it's tough.
What KD wants, like, because like I said, for a stretch for a stretch of years you can say yes, KD was the best player in the league, but obviously not the face of the league.
Whatever KD wants, he's not ever gonna get what he wants because he wants to be like he can't ever be considered to be better than even. Like, I mean, because the way he got those rings, bro, there's no way. If we talk about like top tier echelon players, that shit matters. Like how you got the rings, fucking matters. I think that's
basically what I'm trying to ask. So at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, KD doesn't win no more rings. He went to Brooklyn. They don't win. He retires with just those 2 rings in Golden State. Is he still top 10, 15, depending on where you got him?
Yeah, I think he still be where he at right now. Where for me, I think he around that top 15ish to me. I think he around there.
And he can't. You don't think he can go? He can go. He don't think for you personally he can't go any higher.
He can't go higher. I don't think he's gonna lower to me though. He can't go. If he loses, he can't go lower to me. Like he's there already. That's why I'm saying like I don't think it'd be that much if he lose. Like he can't go much lower than he already is because of what he's done. He can only go higher for me. But like for me, like if you talk about like Steph probably. You want to be real, keep it real. I ain't never looked at it like this, but Steph probably is higher on my all-time list than KD is. And he has more of an impact on the game than KD has, if you ask me. Well, I think it's pretty obvious. But, yeah, I think Steph is so disrespected, man. He disrespected. The Steph disrespect and the slights that he get, man, is crazy.
Oh, impact.
What? Come on, man.
No. I'm thinking. Because I know. Yes.
I love KD. KD, we never seen the KD, but we never want to see the KD. He's 7 feet tall.
I'm not saying KD has more impact, but I'm just saying you could. No one has ever seen a 7 foot KD. What KD is though? 7 foot can handle the rock.
But what did KD? Did KD change the game at all? Fuck no. He ain't changed shit about the game. He ain't changed shit about the game, bro. What did KD change about the game? Keep it real. Everything that he does the same thing Kobe and Jordan did. He just did it. He did everything Kobe, Jordan, Melo do. Just 7 feet tall, doing it. And he's better ball handler than that.
I can't say that because I was about to say 7 footers can shoot, but that's dirt. So yeah.
He does the same thing all these other greats have done. He just does it a little bit better, and he adds a little bit more. He can dribble more than any of those guys. Better than any of those guys can. Melo, Kobe. He's like a hybrid of Melo, Kobe, Dirk, all in one with handles. It's fucking crazy, and like a better jumper than him, and like T-Mac. I guess you could say T-Mac in there. It's like he's like a hybrid of all them niggas in one. So like he's great, but it's like we've seen things like him before. We just ain't seen a thing like him as big, as tall as him. We've seen shit like him before. T-Mac, Dirk, not as athletic, but we've seen shit like him before. Steph Curry is and that nigga changed the game, bro. He helped KD elevate his game even more. Before Steph was shooting these crazy ass threes, KD added more to his range as well because of that shit. Same thing with Dame, all them niggas, bro. Steph opened the lane up for all these niggas. Steph is all these niggas daddy. You want to keep it real. And he don't get respect for none of that shit. Niggas act like, oh man, niggas doing this shit before him. Like niggas did it, but they had to do it. But he did it and made that shit normal to do just on a regular basis. And he made this shit normal. Like yeah, Kobe was shooting level threes. LeBron did it a couple times, but they did it because they had to do it. Like shot clock running down, they had to do that shit, or they just stunned like that 3 PG hit like years ago back in Indiana. Crazy deep level 3 back in Indiana years ago. That shit was like insane back then, but Steph made that shit fucking normal. Like no one did that shit but Steph.
So did that ruin the game then? Because now you got because technically, I mean, for Steph, yes, that's good, but if you look at it best, that's a terrible ass shot.
Yeah, for most players, terrible shot. For most players, terrible shot. Now, you said did he ruin it? Nah. I'm just asking.
Good
question, but nah, I won't say that. If anything, I think
those are terrible shots, bro.
It is, but if anything, I think it opened the game up. I think for wider imagination. It makes you use your imagination more.
Okay, I'm working.
That's what I think. It's like Steph said, it makes you. You have to. He gets in the gym. And he thinks like, all right, how can I get a shot up like this, or how can I? What kind of scenario can I create to make it even crazier for me to get the shot off and still get it off? I think that makes the game takes the game further. I think. I think it pushes the game even further, faster. Personally, I think it could be bad, but you gotta have as if it's bad, it's because the players are doing it unconsciously. They need to have a conscience when they're doing this shit. If you don't practice these shots, don't be out here doing this shit. If you don't have this shit down packed, don't be out here doing this shit. That's what it comes down to. The players need to be responsible enough to know when and when not to do that shit. Like, if you can't do that shit, don't do that shit, my nigga. Like, you ain't got that shit in your arsenal. Don't do that shit.
I think it's almost the Jordan effect all over again. It's like when we was growing up, it's like we think, oh, if all we need to do is dunk. All we need to do is dunk. Like if we can dunk and be athletic, then that's it. Like we didn't see Jordan put it in the work basically. Like now niggas always think if I could just shoot from 3, oh that's it. I'm self-made. But they don't take into account Steph can also handle the rock.
Top echelon handler, man. That's another thing people sleep on. His ball handling is probably top 5, top 10 all time for sure. Top 10 all time for sure.
He can handle rock. His basketball IQ is off the charts.
Off the ball movement.
Yes.
Best of all time. I don't care what nobody says. But it's best of all time. Off the ball movement, best of all time, man. Like, It's insane. Like, watching this, man, if you basketball junkie like you watch film, I've been watching this man's film, bro. It's fucking insane how much this man runs around the court and how many opportunities he creates for everybody else. Like it's insane. Like he's the most lethal off the ball player I've ever seen, and he's just as lethal off the ball as he is on the ball. No one in the league has ever been as lethal off the ball and on the ball. I've never seen that happen in my history of watching basketball. Someone be as lethal without the ball in their hands, like run around the court, and then be same like as lethal with the ball in their hands, like trying to score. It's crazy, man. This dude is ridiculous, bro.
Facts.
Ridiculous. People just sleep on him because I don't know, man. I guess I like him because he's arrogant. He's arrogant on the court sometimes, and everybody likes him. So I guess people don't like him because everybody likes him. But bro, this if you know basketball, this nigga is it. He's him.
Facts. If you're a fan of the game, you know what Steph did.
Sorry, KD, man. If you ask me, like he's had a bigger impact. Like Steph is he's more important to the game, I think.
Let me go back and retract. My apologies, Steph. My bad. I should even never try to compare that. But
that's a good question though, because we don't think about that a lot. Because people don't put Steph up in the echelon a lot, man. People need to start putting him up there, man. People need to start comparing him to Jordan, like you do LeBron to Jordan. Even though he ain't nobody comparable to Jordan, but still, give him that same respect. Compare this man to Jordan. Like they compare Kobe to Jordan, KD to Jordan, LeBron to Jordan. Compare Steph to Jordan. That's what he is. He ain't compare him to the other greats.
So my last thing on it is, so will Steph eventually be the greatest point guard of all time?
Good question. I'm gonna say probably not, just because of the way he plays his game. Like people don't consider him a natural point guard. So I'm gonna say probably not because of that reason. Like if you look at it position wise, okay, yeah, he probably, he already is number 2, approaching number 1, but because he doesn't play the traditional role of point guard, he probably won't get he won't ever probably get the edge over Magic, just because the assist and the playmaking that Magic, the way Magic did it is more point guard, like more traditional point guard. Steph is more like a combo guard, more like a scoring guard, more like an off guard if you want to be real. But it's just because of the way he's used. Like he's not asked to do the same thing Magic asked to do. If Steph was asked to be a traditional point guard, I think he would be a very good traditional point guard because he can handle it and he has a good court vision. He can make good passes. Steph is a little bit turnover prone. He's a little loose with the ball. Very loose with the ball, actually. He's very loose with the ball. But, he ain't asked to do all that stuff. So I don't think he'll ever be lifted over Magic, if you want to be real.
I think we need to come up with a new category for like those type of guards, because it's like you just said, he's a tweener between a 1 and a 2. You got those guys in history league. Like, what would you call AI?
Yeah, AI ain't no point guard. Now AI more like a shooting guard because he was get that thing up, man. But you're right. Same thing. He had that court vision. He had that handle, but he was off the ball. He didn't bring the ball up the court. But it's the reason they don't bring the ball up the court because it'd be easier to stop him if they bring the ball up the court. You can easily just trap him and get the ball out their hands. But AI was the same way. He would work off the ball, run around the court. AI was very, very similar to Steph off the ball. He run around the court crazy, man. So yeah, these are they're like small off guards. They're small 2 guards, but I don't know. They have like point guard tendencies, I guess.
Yeah. So we should.
A lot of those guys, man. A lot of those guys.
Love the game basketball. And my last thing, with the Magic Steph thing, I just think Magic. I think it's just because Magic did it first, and like the way, like you said, the way he did it, and at the time we ain't seen a 6'8" point guard who can handle the rock, assist, and facilitate and all that. I think that's just another reason why. And he played for arguably the biggest franchise in NBA.
And biggest franchise almost in sports almost. So it's crazy, man. And like you said, just the I guess like he was more of a floor general, if you want to put it that way. Steph ain't really Draymond more of that for Golden State, but for good reason, because Steph is better off the ball. You know, he's better used out the ball for them for that team. So
Facts. This is Down to the Wire 513. Y'all see the ticker. Follow us. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Like, comment, subscribe on everything, man. Share, save, like, love. I don't know, all that shit, man. Run the algorithm up.
Hop on the train right now because it's on the way up. We going up.
TikTok too. We don't be on there that much no more. I kind of scrapped TikTok. I scrapped that shit, but get on there and follow us too. We don't be on there that much no more, at all, really, no more. But you know, whatever.
All right. Speaking of the association, man, as you've seen, it's been a lot of postponed games. A lot of guys getting the COVID variant, COVID-19, which is why Kyrie's been brought back to Brooklyn. And I'm gonna play a clip here of Adam Silver, basically him talking about will there be a pause? I gotta find it where I put it.
Oh, it's here.
I was playing it the whole.
He's playing it like 5 times before he came through.
Right, and I mentioned.
No, let me cue it up. Let me cue it up first. Let me remove. All right, there we go. All right. So basically, a clip of Adam Silver talking about does he plan on pausing the NBA with an outbreak in COVID around the league?
Let's hear.
We're seeing a spike in COVID-19 cases around the world, but we're also seeing it in the NBA with upwards of 80 players testing into the COVID protocols with Christmas Day rapidly approaching. So are there any plans right now to stop or pause the season to allow for the spread to slow?
No plans right now to pause the season. We've, of course, looked at all the options, but frankly, we're having trouble coming up with what the logic would be behind pausing right now. As we look through these cases, literally ripping through the country right now, putting aside the rest of the world, I think we're finding ourselves where we sort of knew we were going to get to for the past several months, and that is that this virus will not be eradicated, and we're going to have to learn to live with it. And I think that's what we're experiencing in the league right now.
So he basically said they're not going to pause it, and we got to learn to live with it. What's your comments on Silver's comments, brother?
You know what that's about, man. It's about that money. It's about that money, brother. They money grabbing right now, you know. He said he can't figure out the logic. What do you mean? The logic is spreading around. What do you mean? What's the logic, bro? The logic is the virus is spreading to your employees, basically, to your players, your employees, bro. Like, what do you mean, bro? But yeah, basically, he said it ain't stopping because the money can't stop. So I mean, I get it because like if they do stop it, pause it, when are they gonna bring it back? When the cases start going back down, you know, they have to do something. They have to either cut down capacity in arenas. And they've already, yeah, because money as well. So money lost there as well. They've already cut up on testing or, amped up the testing, which is, of course, resulting in more positive results, which is what they consider a bad thing, which is a bad thing, but at the same time, it's a good thing you're catching these, positive results. They also even talk about other leagues. I don't know if the NBA is considering this, but letting players who are asymptomatic play still, which is insane as well, man. I don't know. It's just crazy right now, man. They obviously just want money. That's what it boils down to.
TJ, what's going on with your boy? What's poppin'?
What up, TJ?
Yeah, man. And like you just said, it's basically a money grab, and you notice it's they care more about the money because if it's a spike, and this is in sports in general, if it's a spike on the field, but you're still allowing fans to sell out the arenas.
Makes no sense.
Like you would think, wouldn't that be the first thing you try to limit so you can keep your consumer safe?
Because it's a spike in the leagues. There's a spike in the country in general.
Right? Yeah.
The more people you're going to have there, the higher
we-
chances
we
they're going to have
think
of spreading.
we just think guys on these teams is the only one who's catching these viruses. No.
Yeah. And we act like they can't catch it from the fans. Like, bro, what do you mean? They're probably all catch from fans. Like, I'm pretty sure these players. Now, some of them probably are going out and going places, but most of these players probably ain't going nowhere. They're probably just chilling, you know. So it's like they probably catch from fans.
I forgot to grab that clip. Oh man, you just reminded me. It's not fun, but basically, this has ties in with the COVID outbreak and all the sports. But they asked Joe Burrow earlier today about the COVID protocols that the NFL is having, and basically he said,
Oh, I heard what he said. Oh man, we gotta find that.
He said,
Can you pull it up?
Yeah. If you send it to me, I could pull it up and share the screen. So I want Joe Burrow to basically say what he said.
That's fine.
But basically, in all sports, just get back to the point. It's about the money because, like I said, the fans are still 100% there. You're still having these games, even if the top players are playing or not. Like we just seen the other day, the Browns, like they had to play with Nick Mullins. I ain't seen Nick Mullins since he played at Mississippi State.
I heard that name. I don't know how long. I found it. I'm gonna DM it to you.
All right, and so basically, at the end of the day, man, it's all about the money. And
I ain't listened to it, so I don't know if it is or not. I ain't got my volume up, but I think that's it.
and Adam Silver is going to look real crazy or something.
Man, he's gonna look crazy. And honestly, it's gonna affect it's already affecting the league anyway because on Christmas Day game's coming up. That's a huge day for the NBA. Luke is out, probably because he has COVID. He's in a protocol. I'm not sure if he has it yet, but he's in a protocol.
Right.
So if you don't touch that by Christmas, they're gonna be without Luka on Christmas. And I think Malika also asked about that. Like, you guys thinking about these games? And he said that they are thinking about some kind of like rearranging these games somehow. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's a mess right now, bro. It's a mess.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And hold on, I'm reading TJ's comments. He's not surprised about Irving. Kyrie stood his ground. Yeah. He said after Ravens and UC. But no,
big games. We can talk about that later for sure. Big games.
We can definitely talk about that. But yeah, it's a mess, man. And basically, I want to get into what the college football playoff is going to do. Did you see that you can win a national championship if your team forfeits?
Bro, Ash told me that. I said, what? She said, yeah, you can win if the other team had to forfeit for COVID. That makes no fucking sense. But hey, whatever, man. They just said, fuck it. The money don't stop, man. They don't give a fuck, bro.
Well, the money will stop because if you don't play the game
televised, I guess you're right. The money will stop at that point.
Yeah, if they
do that, it makes no sense.
If you see, like, if Bama gets COVID and you see a wins and advances to the playoffs, like, that's a whole game as a whole revenue that they don't get.
Man, that would be ridiculous.
Because I bet no fans are getting their tickets back for sure.
Oh yeah, what for sure, man.
And then they said as far as the national championship game goes, you get 4 days. Like the game, they can postpone the game back to January 14th at the latest. But if the team isn't able to fill the team by the 14th, then you become national champion. If both teams have COVID, then it'll just be considered a no contest. We'll have no national champion this year.
What, man? That's crazy.
And that's surprising. And that's surprising for the NCAA, who I think is the biggest money hungry,
biggest money grabbers there are, biggest scammers there are in sports.
Facts.
NCAA.
And we already seen one. I've seen one college team pull out Texas A&M. They pulled out of their bowl game because they can't fill the team, so they're not playing in their bowl game. It's not a top New Year's Six game, but it's still facts.
Bowl game,
And then, as you mentioned earlier, the NFL, man. If you're asymptomatic, you can still play.
Oh, so they said you can do that now for sure?
That's what they're in talks about.
And yeah, that's what they're trying to do. That makes no sense, bro. That's just showing that they don't care. Like, what if like that person is asymptomatic, they're playing, and they pass it to someone, and that person goes pass it to someone else, and it spreads. It's just probably what happens when it spreads to somebody else who's going to end up dying from it, basically. Like that's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's one thing to not know and be spreading it. One thing to know you got it and out there still participating, trying to basically out there spreading it, willingly spread the virus. That's insane.
That's selfish as fuck.
Yeah, that's very selfish.
Now, like I say, I don't care if you're vaccinated. If you want the vaccine, you don't want the vaccine. I'm cool with that. But if you know you got that shit, you still voluntary, like going around people, bro, fuck you.
Yeah. Facts. That's facts. If you know you got it and you out there willingly going around people, even if you ain't intending on infecting them, just the fact that you have it, you out around people knowing you got it is foul as fuck.
But I do want to get to this clip that Joe Burrow said about the protocols and why basically the Bengals the Bengals have been in because the Bengals they haven't had many protocols. It's been like they had like one guy so far. But basically why the Bengals have been so healthy when it comes to the COVID-19 protocol. Hold on. Let me see. This right here. Right here. Hold on. Share. Come on. There we go. Testing this. Okay. Cool. You see that full screen, brother?
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Good.
All right.
We're doing a great job with our COVID protocols. Fortunately, there's not a ton to do in Cincinnati, so it's not nobody's going out to clubs and bars and getting COVID every weekend. But we've been healthy, and we're doing a great job with our COVID protocols. Fortunately, there's not a ton to do in Cincinnati, so it's not nobody's going out to clubs and bars and getting COVID every weekend.
Hold on. Let me put it back. Stop the share screen.
Hey, man. He said it laughing too, yo.
I get it. I get it was a joke, but I felt kind of way when he said like it ain't nothing to do in Cincinnati.
You're right though, bro. That's comedy, man. It's comedy. It's not a lot to do with
bro. He said, "Ain't shit. I can't tell. It's something going on every weekend in this city.
Every time I look up and get on some social media, something about something going out to some club."
And we actually made this a segment on a show I do my day job. Basically, what I think he was trying to say is like Cincinnati, we're not like a big nightclub. Like if you come to when people come to Cincinnati, there's not that one spot where it's like, oh, I gotta go here when they're here.
That's facts.
Like when you go, like you go to Vegas, like, oh, let me go to Dre's.
Yeah.
I go to Miami, let me go to Live. Atlanta, let me go to Magic City or somewhere, or one of those strip clubs. Like when we go to Cincinnati, we don't have that big nightclub. We're more like we got clubs, but I would call them more lounges, really. Like we got a lot of lounges.
A lot of lounges. A lot of like supposed to be like chill spots, but it ain't really like that. But yeah, a lot of those supposed to be those kind of spots.
And I was joking. It's like if the Bengals win a Super Bowl, what club in Cincinnati are they going to? Because it ain't one.
You're right, bro. They probably wouldn't. I mean, honestly, if I was on the Bengals and I wouldn't go to no club here. I want to Vegas. I want to LA to a club or Miami. I would go partying. I'm party here for it. What the fuck I look like? The fuck? Like he just said, you know what a party here. I'm party here for it. Like for what, bro? February party here. Now we'll come back here for the parade. Man, we come back here to party.
Right?
Hell nah. And Super Bowl LA this year? Nigga, no. We partying in LA.
I was Super Bowl. My first thing, I'm not getting on the flight coming back to Cincinnati to port. No, we staying right there in LA.
Yeah, we staying in LA. Are we gonna stop in Vegas on the way back, just like the Cavs did when they won and go and stay? They stopped in Vegas on the way back. We're not partying in Cincinnati. That's facts. We're not partying here. That's facts.
TJ, get your quarterback. But he said besides the casinos and a few spots, he's right. Yeah.
Yeah, casinos. Yeah, casino's cool. But yeah, other than that, man, it's like
Yeah. So I get what Joey be. We don't have great strip. We don't have good strip clubs here.
yeah.
Like we just got hole in the wall joints for real. So I get what Joey B was trying to say. It was just funny to say.
Yeah, the way he said it was funny, man. The way he said it was funny.
Hey, but shout out to Joey B and the Bengals, man, because they definitely getting the job done. They definitely staying healthy.
So hope it stays that way. It's not gonna wood, man. Because now you said that, Joe. Man, now watch.
I better not see you in Copa, Joe. I better not see you in Privilege. I better not see you nowhere out, Joe.
Better not see you on the COVID protocol list. That's all we know. You better not see you on the COVID protocol list. That's gonna be even worse.
We gonna question where is Joey? Where is Joey B? Oh man, yeah, that was funny, but yeah, wrap this whole thing up. At the end of the day, it's all about money with these leagues.
Yeah, that's facts.
And they're going to continue to make money despite themselves.
Yep, all about money.
All right, let's go and jump into the National Football League because a lot of stuff's been going down as far as headlines. We can talk about it more as we pick each game for our rapid fire segment this week.
Facts. Let's get it.
Pull it up. Schedule here. It's crazy. We only got 3 more weeks.
Man, it is crazy, bro.
Wait, 2 more weeks. This week's 16. Wait, it's 16 or 15?
It's week 15. Well, I'm confused now because there's still games going on. Let's look at it. Hold up. I think week 15 just passed, so it's gonna be week 16.
16. Okay. 16.
Yeah.
Oh, it is 18 weeks. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
It's 18?
Yeah, it's 18 weeks. That's why it's 17, but it's 18.
You're right.
All right, so we'll start off tomorrow, man. Thursday night football, man. We got 49ers at Tennessee Titans.
Oh, it's gonna be a good game.
Tough loss last week to Pittsburgh.
Going Tennessee. It's at Tennessee?
At Tennessee, yep.
Going Tennessee.
Man, San Francisco's hot. They won 5 in a row. They hot right now.
Fire.
And like I said, Tennessee just coming off that tough loss on the road to Pittsburgh. They was controlling most of that game. Then they lost it late. Welcome back, Joe Hayden.
Yeah, he's balling.
Go check out the reel on IG. Joe Hayden made 2 great plays in that game. I'm going San Francisco. I think they're gonna stay hot. They're doing it how they got the Super Bowl, running the ball and playing great defense. Jimmy G doesn't have to do too much. As long as he doesn't turn the ball over, they'll be in good shape. Christmas games on Christmas Day.
That's crazy.
I'll be at work working these games. The first one, Cleveland at Green Bay.
Man,
I don't know if Nick Mullins will be starting again. I probably so. I haven't seen anything.
Baker still in COVID protocol.
I haven't seen anything that he is coming off the list.
That's crazy. Damn. Yeah, if they push the game back to Monday, thinking he was gonna be clear to play right now. Nah. I was like, what's Monday gonna do? Like, the fuck? Nah.
Hey, but I will say the Browns, they did still fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they still did fight for sure. Look better than I expected them to look. But for this one, yeah, I'm gonna have to. Man, it depends, man. Because I'm gonna look at it real quick. Because Baker, he gonna be off the list for sure.
They said they could test out of it, but it's one that was as of yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah, I don't see nothing on here. Browns look good though, man. I'm gonna go Browns. This is a big game for them. I'm gonna go Browns.
I'm gonna go Green Bay. Rodgers is looking good. And
Oh yeah, hold up. Yeah, I'm going Green Bay. Is that Green Bay? I thought it was in Cleveland. I'm going Green Bay.
And for fantasy football purposes, we with Final Four.
Nah, I don't need that.
I
ain't looking at this week. Who I'm playing this week? I ain't looking at it yet. I had a bet last week.
I don't know if you've seen the matchup.
I have not seen it yet. Look at right now.
Fantasy football purposes. I don't know if you pull that matchup right quick.
Listen right now.
Pull that matchup up right quick.
Hey, let's go. Okay. Oh damn. I need the Browns to win this shit. Oh fucking Eckler on Kovalis. Shit. Oh fuck. It's a wrap, bro.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna happen, bro. I was like, man, Kelsey balled out last week. Watch this week. He gonna be, man.
Kelsey on the
balled out last week, bro. He had like a 40 ball last week. I was looking at it like, man, he balling out. I was like, man, watch next week. He had like 20. Bro, he got 0.
Fantasy football.
I should not put it up, man. I should not put it up.
So at least one of us from the show is gonna be in the finals.
Man, I beat you twice this year. Too much to lose this game. I beat you twice this year. Bro, I'm so high right now. I should not put that up. For my night.
You better do some deep waiver wire searches, boy.
Man, I'm sorry, man. Eckler be balling too, and Kelsey, bro. Oh, I'm sick.
But yeah, I'm going Green Bay at the crib. Come on, Rodgers. I need 5 of them things.
He gonna be on COVID list. Calling it now. He gonna be on the COVID list.
5 of them things. We got the second game on Saturday night.
Colts
at Cardinals, and we got to talk about the Cardinals.
We got to talk about the Cardinals losing to the
cost me some fucking money, bro. All they had to do was fucking win the game, bro.
Man,
they didn't have to win by no point spread. Just win the fucking game, and Kyler Murray let me down, bro. I'm sick. I was sick.
Yeah, man. I was disappointed in Kyler for sure. That's my dog, man. But yeah, you can't lose to the Lions like that, bro. This close to the playoffs, you can't do that. And then you see they asked him, Are you concerned that I'm not playing our best football right now? He said, nah. Like, you should be concerned, bro. That got me thinking that they're going to be, I don't want to say early playoff exit, but they're going to be like a second round playoff exit probably. Thinking for the second round. I don't see it. Calling it now.
That shit was sad, bro. And I watched, like I said, I turned that game on once they went down. I think it was 10-0. I was like, oh shit, let me turn this game on, see what's going on. And Kyler just didn't look good. And I get D-Hop is a factor, but it's the Lions, dog.
Yeah, you still can't do that against the Lions, bro.
I think they just I just think they just overlooked them. They thought they had it, and they slipped up.
Yep, can't do that though, man. Especially like I said, this close to the playoffs, you can't do that.
And when you're fighting for number 1 seed, like now you're probably not even gonna get that number 1 seed.
Y'all need that. Y'all need that because y'all gotta get healthy.
And then you got arguably my MVP of the league on the other side of the ball, Jonathan Taylor. He's balling.
MVP?
He's my MVP. Jonathan Taylor.
My top 2. Top 2, 3-ish.
Jonathan Taylor he has burst onto the scene.
Yes, man. He's balling. Man.
I started rocking with him last year when I was in a fan duel, and you had to buy the players each week. Yeah. I bought him 1 week and he won me some money. It's like, all right, I fuck with Jonathan Taylor. I bought him every week from on, and I finished second in that. So Jonathan Taylor will always hold a special place in my heart, and that's why I'm picking him on the road.
Let's go.
I'm picking him on the road this week to beat Arizona.
I think Arizona's gonna have this is gonna be a tough game, man. I think Arizona's gonna look better this game, but I don't think they're gonna be able to. I think the Colts are gonna be able to control the clock, and I think they're gonna win a tough game on the road. I'm gonna go Colts.
Yep, defense is running that ball, running that rock.
That ain't throat, bro. Taylor he's gonna have a field day on him.
Woo! This might be a toilet bowl matchup for real. I know it's at least one every week, but This one might be Detroit at Atlanta.
I'm gonna go Detroit, man. Coming off a big win against Cardinals. I'm gonna go Detroit just cause, man.
I'm going Atlanta. Something about Detroit playing away from home.
Yeah, they do need to be at home.
I'm going Atlanta just because it's in Atlanta. Big game, arguably game of the week, especially it's game of the week, especially in this town. Baltimore at Cincinnati.
Huge game. I might try to go to this game. See how it goes.
Remember the beatdown that Bengals put on Baltimore back in October.
Yeah. Lamar probably is not going to play, man. He ain't been practicing all week.
Shout out to Snoop, man.
I don't know, bro.
Shout out to Snoop. Did you see that tweet?
I didn't see that what he said.
Bro, it was Ian Rappaport, NFL, like they top guy. Basically they Woj of football. One of them. He tweeted, bro, Ravens starting quarterback at Snoop Dogg. Bro, that was a legit tweet. Like the starting quarterback.
Oh, so he tweeted saying, come on, man.
At Snoop Dogg, bro.
So he's saying Snoop gonna be he's saying Snoop gonna be a starting quarterback?
He was, yeah, but the joke was because they called Tyler Huntley, like his nickname is Snoop.
Oh, hell no. Nah.
So he tweeted tweeted at the actual Snoop Dogg that he was going to run, and Twitter had a field day with his ass. Boy.
That's hilarious. I seen that on Twitter. I ain't even niggas talking about. I was like, what is niggas talking about? Yeah, that shit crazy.
But shout out to Tyler Huntley, man, because he looked great. He
did. He did look good though.
He almost beat Aaron. And that's one thing. What do you think of John Harbaugh going for 2? This is his second time in 3 weeks, and he didn't get a lead.
He's doing that shit. Both of them, he lost it. Both going to Andrews too, man. Andrews having a hell of a season too. But I think it was a bad call. I would have went for the extra point. The first one with Lamar, I don't think it was a bad call. You got the starting quarterback at Lamar. Even though Huntley is playing great, I think you gotta get that one to overtime.
I'm actually going to reverse with you. I think with a healthy quarterback and Pittsburgh, who has been playing well all year, I think you go to overtime with Pittsburgh and get the win. I think it's more right for Huntley to do it because, I mean, you have 42 seconds left and you're playing against Aaron Rodgers. You don't think in 42 seconds Aaron Rodgers can get them in field goal range if they do
easily. They probably can.
Or if they tie it. So I like going for it all against Rodgers, but I think they should have went overtime against Pittsburgh. But at the end of the day, it cost them 2 losses, and now you're playing for basically the division title here this Sunday against the Bengals.
So you might be that starting quarterback, which is
facts.
Crazy, man. And he practiced all week. He might, I don't know. They say he might. See how tomorrow goes. He practiced tomorrow as a good sign. If he don't practice tomorrow, he definitely ain't playing probably.
I think he will play. I
hope he does.
Because if I'm not mistaken, memory serves, like I think the year he won MVP. Remember that the year the game where he broke the internet, that spin move.
Oh yeah.
I think all that week they were saying he was questionable. He wasn't going to play, and he came out there and did that.
That was one of his breakout, one of his highlight performances, highlight games of the season, man. Because he balled out in the Bills, bro.
I think it's going. I think it's going to be another one of them. I think it's going to be a shootout, actually, because Baltimore's defense the secondary is definitely banged up.
They're shaky.
I think it's going to be a shootout. It's tough to beat Baltimore twice. I'm going Baltimore upset on the road.
Yeah, it's tough beating them twice, man. I think regardless of his quarterback play, I agree. I think Baltimore's going to win this one on the road. Bengals always just seen the fuck out of that, man. Last week I thought they were going to lose, and then the winner, I think this week they're going to end up losing.
It's going to be tough if they don't win this one, because then they got the Chiefs and then the Browns.
Yeah.
I think they're going to need at least one of them games to seal a playoff spot.
So they really need to win this one for real. They need to win this one, especially if Lamar don't play. Lamar don't play and they lose.
Oh yeah,
they're not going to make the playoffs. I'm calling it right now. If Lamar don't play and they lose, all momentum is gone.
All right, we'll see. All right, Joey B, better be in the house. Or, like I said, don't catch you downtown nowhere.
I bet I catch you on a COVID list, bro.
Nobody on the Bengals on the COVID list after your quarterback just stood up for all y'all.
Yeah, I bet I catch you. Lineman on that list for sure. Are your none in the offense for sure better not be on that list. Defense, but if your offense is on that list, like our leader just said that shit.
I seen a few pictures of Chase out, so Chase might want to pull it this week. Yeah, Chase. Not this week, but during the season, I seen a picture where people caught Chase out.
Man,
no mask on and everything. So
there's nowhere to even go here for him. Like, where are you going? Like, take your ass home, bro. What is you doing?
Los Angeles Rams at Minnesota Vikings.
I'm going Rams.
Very, very short week.
Cooper Kupp, man, best receiver in football right now.
Ooh, best receiver in football
right now. Going Rams. Going Rams.
Man, this is the type of game where no one expects the Vikings to show up and win, and they'll somehow and they'll show up and surprise, or they'll keep it close. Oh man, it's gonna be. I'm gonna stick with my latest predictions. I know I picked us to win the past 2 weeks, but I don't want Zimmer to get hopeful.
I'm about to say to you, I think it's gonna be blowout.
No, it ain't gonna be blowout.
I think so, man.
This is because Matt Stafford hasn't been playing that well.
Last week he ain't played that bad. Yesterday, Monday. What did they play? He played bad.
What did they say?
I don't know when it was. He didn't play that bad. He had some nice throws. He had some nice when he moved up in the pocket a few times. I think they're coming off of they have players that they got one of the first teams that were hit real bad with COVID.
Right.
So they have teams. They have players coming back. I think they're going to hit their stride, man. They got to find it pretty quick because playoffs coming.
Facts.
So I think they're going to just I don't know say blowout, but it's going to be like I think two touchdown win.
Okay, now I feel good about the Vikings covering. I'm picking the Ravens, but I think we'll cover.
What's the spread?
See what's our spread. Wow, Ravens only a 3-point favorite.
So Rams 3-point favorite. That's it.
Yeah.
Damn, I need to rethink my thoughts of this game, but nah, I'm gonna stick with that.
I'm going Rams. I'm going Rams here, but I'll be gritty in on Sunday if we win for sure. Buffalo at New England.
It's a big game too. Mac Jones said it's hard to win in the NFL. I can't tell. We out there make it look easy, Brad. Nah, but I'm gonna go Patriots. I think Belichick's gonna have. I think he knows Bills. They rely heavily on Josh Allen to go out there and ball out. He's gonna make it very hard for him to ball out.
I remember because they played each other. I think 2 weeks ago, Monday Night Football, and I remember that was that game where I predicted it was a Bill Belichick type game where Mac Jones didn't have to do much, but that defense and running the ball, which will happen, and they did. I don't think the weather's going to be as bad as crazy as it was in Buffalo. That way it was crazy.
Crazy.
Is at the crib, man. I'm going Buffalo. I think Buffalo needs like that signature win on the season.
They do.
And it's crazy to say, but a win over the rookie Mac Jones and the Patriots will be a signature win. So I'm going Buffalo.
It'll be a big win for them, man.
Who we got? This toilet bowl. Jacksonville at Jets.
Yeah, super toilet bowl. Going 2 Jets. I'm gonna go Jets.
Yeah, I'm going Jets and at the crib. No other reason for that. Just at home. Giants at Eagles.
I'm going Eagles.
Yeah, they look Eagles. Jalen Hurts, he kind of scared me yesterday those first few possessions of the game, but he finally got back to himself and played
pretty good.
Played pretty good against a Washington football team that was hit by COVID heavy.
Start him though. I'm gonna hear looking at the fantasy. He trying to put my start. No, I'll start him. Max Stafford back up there. Nope.
He over there putting his fantasy football lineup on right now.
I'm looking at it right now. Make some moves.
Yeah, I'm going Philly at the crib. Hopefully it's low scoring field goal matchup. Just in case Rams trying to start Jalen Hurts. Hope it's a field goal game.
Nah, last time I started him, bro, he had like 6. I ain't starting that nigga. I'm not starting him. I trust you once. You fucked me over, bro. I'm not starting him. You gotta ride the rest of the bench, rest of the season, bro. I'm sorry.
Tampa Bay at Carolina.
Man, first time Tom held scoreless since 06.
First time he got held shutout since 06. First time he's ever been shut out at home.
Crazy, man.
And they lost Chris Godwin for the season. ACL. Get well soon, man.
Prayers up, bro. Get well soon.
Fournette's out for the rest of the regular season as well.
Bill.
Yeah, they got Le'Veon. He was considered being a boxer before
he tried to call out Jake Paul. Oh, you see that? We ain't talking about that. That's right about that. Right about that. Who they play again? Bucks and
Panthers.
I'm going Bucks.
I'm going Bucks as well. Sam Darnold is back. Cam Newton is getting the start, but they said we will see Sam Darnold on the field at some point. So
I don't know why, but all right.
So we got some QB controversy going. Look, I'm glad he came back in the NFL, man. If this is his final song, I'm glad he came back, got that bag one last time.
Yeah. Good for him, bro. Get paid while you can, brother. Take him on top.
Yeah, I'm going Tampa on the road. Chargers at Texans.
I'm going Chargers.
I'm going Chargers too. I feel like Houston just had a good. Oh, it's Jacksonville. Never mind.
You see why?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going Chargers on the road. Big on the road. Bears at Seattle.
Oh man, Seattle is on a down slide right now.
It's over. They ain't made the playoffs.
Yeah, they didn't make the playoffs. It's over. I think Russ is probably gone too. After the season, I think he's probably gone. But Justin Fields, he looking. I ain't trying to shit on him, but last year he looked out of great. I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm going Seahawks at the crib. It's just Matt Nagy, man. It's time for him to go.
Yeah, it's time for him to go. He and my man got to looking bad, man.
Pittsburgh at Kansas City. As of right now, no Tyreek Hill, no Kelsey.
Yeah. So. I'm gonna still go Chiefs at home.
Man, it's gonna be tough.
Hopefully they can test out, especially Kelsey, man. I need Kelsey back for fantasy. That's not fair, bro. I need that man back in fantasy, bro. I knew it was gonna happen, bro. I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh man, I'm going Chiefs because as long as Patrick Mahomes is playing, I feel good. But Pittsburgh will cover. It's a 7-point spread. With him missing his weapons, it will be a close game. It'll be a close game. Who we got next? Where we at? Denver at Vegas, man. Prayers up to Teddy B, man.
Prayers up.
Get well soon, man.
Yeah, get well soon, brother. Who's what did you say? Is that Vegas?
It's at Vegas, yep.
I'm going Raiders.
Drew Lock is getting a start. I'm going upset. I'm going Denver on the road. It's like the game like Raiders expected to win, but they'll end up being the Raiders and blowing it. So I'm going Denver. I'm going Denver on the road. And no disrespect to my guy Tate Sulas, but Drew Lock, he forces a little bit, so he might make a little bit more plays. That like Teddy, Like he protects the ball. Like he won't turn the ball over, but he won't take that deep shot. Drew Lock is like YOLO.
Like, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
Get it up there.
And I think he'll make a few more plays for Denver. And I need Melvin Gordon to go off too.
No, I don't need that.
Shout out Melvin Gordon. All right. The Washington football team. It's Sunday Night Football at Dallas Cowboys.
This is a big game too. I'm going Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys. If COVID's hitting
Washington hard.
Yeah, right, facts. I'm going Cowboys. Then last Monday Night Football, I don't know why the hell they should have flexed this game off Monday Night Football. Got the Dolphins at the Saints.
Yeah, they should have flexed this game. I'm gonna go Dolphins though.
Ooh.
At Saints. Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins.
I'm going AK. What's his number? AK-41. I forgot about his number. That's my guy in fantasy though.
Nah, I don't think that happen either.
Just ball out. Just ball out AK-41. Give me this dub in fantasy so I can advance to the championship. Back-to-back years, I'll be in the finals if this happens.
See, that's why he don't deserve it. It's my first year even get to the playoffs, I think. It's my first year in the playoffs in like 2 years. So I need to go ahead and advance to the finals, man. Let's go. I need Kelsey, test out of COVID protocol. Jalen Hurts, get back on the bench, bro. You ain't starting, you know.
Back-to-back year, and I need to walk away with the title this year.
Nah, man.
All right, quickly before we end the show, man. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley, man. What are your thoughts of the whole card in general? I didn't watch the fight. I was at a party. I've seen some of the highlights.
I watched the undercards too. I watched Darren Williams and Frank Gore. Darren Williams won the fight. Shout out NBA man, Darren Williams. It was a good fight, entertaining fight. Frank Gore. Hey man, if you ain't seen that fight, just go look on Twitter and like watch some of the gifs and some of the memes. Frank Gore, it's hilarious. But yeah, that was a good fight. Then Shorty, I apologize on her name, but Shorty, the following last Jake Paul fight, she whooped Shorty ass. It was a good fight too. But the Jake Paul fight, man, was actually it was entertaining. I don't say it was a good fight, but it was entertaining. You know, last round he knocked his ass out cold, bro. Fight on his face.
All right, now like I said, I didn't watch. Not matter because it was going 8. I think not doing 6.
Yeah, knocked him out like late round. I think it was like 6th round. Knocked him out flat on his face, man.
Now did Woodley was there ever a chance where you thought Woodley could win that fight? Like did he get a few good licks in basically?
Oh yeah, he did. I was at the first, trying to recall the fight. I can't remember the fucking fight now. It was just like a shit show of a fight, like boxing wise of a fight. It was entertaining because they were both just like out there trying to knock each other out. So it was entertaining. But Woodley looked good early in the early rounds. He looked good. But like towards the end, you get, and even I don't want to say even toward the end because it was a close fight. It was a close fight. I would say it was a close fight. I had Jake winning by round. I had Tyron winning like the first like 2-3 rounds, and I had Jake winning like the last 2 or 3 rounds. It was a really close fight though toward the end. I thought Tyron could have had him like I think it was the 2nd round. I think he called him in clean. He could have went in for the kill, but he really didn't try to go finish the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that would kind of fuck him up. And when it got a little later in the fight, I could sense like Jake Paul kind of got the feel for what Tyron was trying to do and kind of set that shot up. He was looking for that shot, I would say, for like a round and a half. He was looking for that one punch. You know, he finally got that opening for it. Laid his ass out.
Now, what do you say about all these so-called conspiracy theories saying that Woodley took the fall?
No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Because the way he caught him is like, and he's showing it in slow motion. It's hard to fake a knockout like that. Like he's showing it in slow motion. You could see where like Jake Paul had faked the jab or whatever to the body first, and Tyron had put that hand down on to block it, and he went straight up the top and clocked his ass, knocked his ass out. And you can see where he kind of like flinched and like put that hand down, like kind of block it, and he's got his ass, knocked his ass out. Like, you can see that you can't fake that shit. Like, it's hard to fake that shit. So I don't think that happened. I think it was a kind of knocked out. He got knocked out for real.
All right, and last, would you be all for a Jake Paul Adrian Broner fight? Because Lil Duval tweeted post after the fight. Bet you won't do Adrian Broner like that.
I'm cool. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Because you think AB? You think AB a win, or you think Paul will mess around and knock him out?
I ain't seen AB in a long time, and I don't know how serious AB take this shit. Jake Paul take this shit serious as fuck, bro. He take this shit serious as fuck, man. He take this shit serious as hell. And AB don't throw his hands enough. He'll get in there and nah, bro. I'm cool. I don't want to see that shit. I ain't saying that Jake Paul will win because he's not a skilled boxer at all. But nah, I don't want to see that. I think AB's above that. First off, I think it would be a good money fight for AB if he wants some dough though. I don't know what you think.
Well, he said. Well, he's saying he still got $13 to his name. So I mean,
he need to take it.
I mean, we all know this cat, man. AB still.
He's saying that shit because he ain't trying to get caught for that sport.
Yeah, we know. But if it happens, I watch it. It's not the first fight I will want AB to take. Like, if there's another fight, a real boxer that AB could do, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
But like if the well's drying up and there ain't no big time fighter for you out there to go fight, then yeah, do it for the money.
Depending on the money he gets from that big time fight, like if he gets I don't want to say big time fight, depending on the money he gets from like a more professional boxer, put it that way. If the money ain't crazy, I mean, hey, shit, fuck it, go fight Jake Paul, fuck it. But once you fight Jake Paul, just know your stock as a boxer, as a real boxer in the industry, is gonna probably drop. You know, especially if you knock his ass. If you don't beat his ass, your stock, your chance of ever getting back to where you're trying to get back to is gonna be over. Simple as that. You gotta beat that because you already ain't looking good against real boxers as it is. So you go out here and get a guy that's say he a real boxer, but he ain't fought nobody real yet, and he beat your ass like he knocking the other niggas out. It's over, bro. It's wrap it up. Your career's over. Career's over. Yeah, because he got way more to lose than Jake Paul got to lose.
Right.
So I probably that's why I wouldn't do it if I was him. Like I said, I don't know how serious he takes it. And if he'll take it, I don't think he take it serious as Jake Paul take it. So for his sake, he shouldn't take it because his career would be over. It'd be career suicide for him if he loses the fight. Jake Paul loses, it'd be like, it's Adrian Broner. I'm supposed to lose this fight. It's Adrian fucking Broner. You know, if Adrian Broner loses, it's gonna be like, nigga, you fucking washed. You are fucking washed.
All right. Now I'm with you though, because his last fight we seen last year in front of no fans, I forget. I don't even remember who he fought, but he didn't look that impressive.
He didn't look good. I think he won.
He won the fight, but it's like
a decision though, and it was a decision. I was like, the scores. I was like, they probably was on his side a little bit because he's the bigger name. But he didn't look great at all. That's why I'm saying, like, if he ain't taking that shit serious, bro, because Jake Paul take this shit serious. He be in the gym every fucking day. And he probably back in the gym already, for real. You know, if he ain't injured free, he probably back in the gym.
And that's the thing, because last year's fight was with Showtime, and obviously during the pandemic we didn't have fans and whatnot. So, but I think Showtime seen like because he was the main event. Obviously, they wanted to see was he still a draw, and the numbers wasn't that good. Like that's why the pay-per-view buys, like it wasn't that good. Now, part of that could have been who he was fighting too, because the dude we didn't know who he was fighting really. But still, Adrian Broner fight should have been able to still draw somewhat, and
still be able to.
It was well under what they expected. So,
is he still with Showtime?
No, I don't think he's still with Al Heyman.
I
don't know if Al Heyman's with Showtime. I know he's still with Al Heyman.
But I say Jake Paul fights on Showtime, so I mean, shit, they make something work.
Some need to happen.
We'll see. I think Jake Paul he offered Masvidal, UFC fighter, like $5 million to fight him.
And I don't know if this tweet was true. Take it for what it's worth. I think my mixtapes tweeted it out, but they said Jake Paul called out Canelo, and I was like,
Canelo ain't stupid. He ain't doing that shit. Why would he fucking do that shit? It makes no fucking sense for him to do that shit.
well, I would want Canelo to do it just to save the sport of boxing. It's like, all right, let me knock this dumbass nigga out.
I'll watch that shit because he would beat his he beat the brakes out that man. He would beat that nigga ass. So I watch that shit just to see him beat that nigga ass. But
Oh man,
quick work. First round knockout, probably TKO.
First round, they can fight 2 months later. It's like,
Nah, he can fight like 2 weeks later, probably 2 days later. It's gonna be like a sparring match for this nigga, bro. Nah.
But yeah, I will pay just to see that. But yeah,
too fast for him, bro. Too fast, too savvy. Nah, bro. His defense is too good. J. Paul defense is terrible.
Yes.
His defense is terrible, bro.
Shout out to the man Canelo, man. Boxing fans, before we got here, is a heavyweight fight this weekend. Luis King Kong Ortiz is back in the ring.
Hey, he a dog.
As you recalled, he fought Deontay Wilder twice. Almost got Wilder up out of there in the first fight.
Yeah,
and was winning by a landslide on the cards in the second fight until he got knocked out.
So he got that ass knocked out.
But he's back in the ring against a French guy, Charles Martin. I heard the name. I haven't seen too many of Martin's fights, but just boxing fans out there, it's a heavyweight fight this weekend, and heavyweights, you never know what happens. So
let's watch it. Knockout's coming probably.
I'll have it on up here while I'm at work on one of these TVs. I got 3 of them to choose from: football on this one, boxing on that one. So
hey, turned up.
Oh man, but this has been Down to the Wire 513, man. Appreciate y'all rocking out with us as always.
As always, man.
Follow us: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe, like, share, comment on YouTube. All that. Once again, happy holidays to everybody. Be safe.
Be
y'all
safe.
Y'all doing something.
Mask up. Be safe.
Man. My brother.
Happy holidays, man.
My brother, Flyman Rand, Josh Doc Evans, who's at a Christmas party right now.
He's supposed to hop on here a couple minutes, but you know how that goes.
My man had a few shots and just said,
he said he can't do it.
Love you, brother.
We'll catch up with y'all next week. Last episode of the year. Next week, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Next week. It's 29th, last episode of the year next year. Yep.
Probably be all 3 of us next week again for sure. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all be safe, and we'll catch y'all next Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Man, tap in with us. Till next week, we out.
Peace.